Yusuf from Nigeria, and I will be representing Team H in a discussion or a debate titled Should Contact Tracing Apps Include Genomic Data to Track Transmission Patterns, or should it exclude genetics to avoid discriminations? Uh, I belong to Team H, and I'll be discussing or arguing the reasons why genomic data should not be included uh, in any contact tracing apps. Introduction. Uh, Contact tracing apps or contact tracing is the process of quickly identifying, assessing, managing people that are infected or exposed to a disease, and this will prevent or curtail subsequent transmission to others. And for the purpose of this, contact tracing is individual meeting of those that are being in contact with an infected person. So for this reason, and to make it uh, cover a wider coverage, contact tracing apps has been used to do this because it can enable real-time health surveillance and case management. And by using this, and it will entail the disclosure of health information, especially genetic information in healthcare settings. And this may raise several issues because genetic information is unique, sensitive, and is being seen as private to individuals. As an opening, DNA has been conceptualized as a unique identifier and a person's book of life, uh, which provides insight in many aspects of the person's features, whether through research or through clinical activities. DNA or genetics uh, have been have been carried out, and this is why many were concerned on how genetic information about them and the drive to call for strong privacy for their own protection. And that is the reason, if there's any idea or opinion or any uh, initiative that the genetics information should go on how, there should be a rethink for this so that the privacy of people cannot be invaded. The constructive arguments are when the genetic information are connected to personal identifiers have been generated and being used in a variety of contexts that may or may not be related to health because obstetricians, pediatrics, research, whether hospital based in the field, different series of genetic data have been uh, generated. And it is personal. And if it is connected to an bias, that is if not coded, there's a greater possibility that there will be breaches of privacy, confidentiality, and security. The breaches of that privacy that may occur include the following. One, genetic information is disclosed to or accessed by healthcare providers without the authority or legitimate need to see that. It does happen among the health practitioners. So, and two, the scope of the genetic information obtained and the disclosed is beyond the needed for legitimate healthcare purpose. Because at times, the information that are being captured in the hospital is beyond the need of that environment. And those genetic information is used for a purpose unrelated to the disclosure. Uh, Including genomic data in contact tracing apps can create any of the following. One, that is serious ethical and privacy risk, including the potential for genetic discriminations, loss of trust, and data misuse. When it comes to privacy and data protection risk, genomic data is highly sensitive. Storing or transmitting it via digital platforms, especially apps, heightens the risk of hacking or misuse. And the second reason for this is the risk of the discrimination. This could lead to individuals or populations being stigmatized or targeted based on genetic susceptibility to disease. Consent and the transparency of using data. Many users may not fully understood how their genetic data is used, therefore violating the principle of informed consent. Because in the informed consent, they may not write why their genetic data will be used. And there is an issue of equity and accessibility barrier. Many countries lack secure infrastructure for managing genetic data ethically. This will potentially worsen the data and health inequity, especially in low and middle income countries. Even the go into genetic research has been very difficult, and maintaining the available infrastructure. Immediately, the one that has been supplied by NGO pack up, that is all. No sustainability. So there's no equity in that. And going forward, this will definitely uh, erode public trust. That is, there will be erosion of public trust if this is considered. Invasive surveillance tools like DNA inclusions may reduce public trust. May reduce public trust. Even by looking at the culture, some people will not even welcome it at all. And this can be found in an example of all these immunizations. And thereby this will discourage adoption of contact tracing apps because of undermining their purpose. Uh, Rebuting this, some people have arguments or reasons why they consider this should be considered. Why the inclusion of genomic data in contact tracing apps may offer potential benefits, uh, the risk and concerns outweigh the potential advantages. Let's examine each of the points below. The point number one we usually talk about is enhanced epidemiological survey, because contact tracing have usually enhanced epidemiological survey. Genomic data can indeed provide valuable insight into that, but at what cost? The potential for genetic discrimination, stigmatization, misuse, and of sensitive information is too great to ignore. So alternative methods such as traditional contact tracing and anonymized data collection can achieve similar goals without compromising individual privacy. The point number two being considered is rapid response to mutations. Real-time tracking of viral mutation is crucial. Its genomic data in contact tracing apps may not be most effective or necessary approach. Dedicated genomic surveillance program focus on viral sequencing and analysis can provide the necessary insight without individuals' genetic information at risk. There's also precision in public health. Targeted interventions can be achieved through geolocation data and contact history alone, so without the need for genomic information. This approach could mitigate the risk of genetic discrimination while still allowing for effective public health measures. There is also issue of data integration and innovation. The integration of genomic data with other information raises significant concerns about data security, privacy, and potential misuse. So it is crucial to prioritize proposed data protection policies and safeguards to prevent unauthorized access. Uh, the last point is the global health preparedness. While genomic data may offer some benefits in managing pandemics, the risk of genetic discrimination, stigmatization, and unequal access to genetic information exacerbate existing health disparities. So I'm advising on alternative approaches such as investing in traditional public health infrastructure and genomic surveillance program, which may be more effective and equitable. conclusion, why the argument in favor of including genomic data in contact tracing have some merits. The potential risk and concerns cannot be ignored. So by prioritizing individual practices, security, and equity, we can develop more effective and responsible public health strategies that benefit everyone without compromising fundamental human rights. So thank you very much for your attention and let's look for question and answer.